Hello and welcome to this video. It's recertification time. Woohoo! So recertification 2022 is here. This video is all about the what, why, when of recertification 2022. Now, if you don't know what recertification is all about, it's all about maintaining your Pro Advisor badge, just like we have here. But if you don't have access to Pro Advisor, so you're not an accountant or bookkeeper, then this video will still be useful because we're going to go through and look at some of those newer things that have happened in QuickBooks Online. Let's roll that intro so that we can get straight into how, why, and when of Recert 2022. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Aaron Patrick. I am a chartered accountant, a certified UK trainer, fancy new logo, that QuickBooks chap on the internet, head of accounts here at Bookkeeping, and also a Pro Advisor for 2021 at the moment, but it's soon to be 2022. And that's what this video is all about. So the Pro Advisor program is all about making sure that we empower bookkeepers and accountants so that they can show that they know exactly what QuickBooks Online is all about. And to keep Pro Advisor status relevant, Intuit have created a Pro Advisor recertification program so that everyone who says they're Pro Advisor are not telling any porkies. You see, the idea is that once you've successfully completed the exam, it's the best possible way for you to be recognised as an up-to-date Pro Advisor. You know what's going on in the world of QuickBooks, you know the new things that have happened, and it means that you have gone that extra step and recertified, and maybe some of your peers and some of maybe your competitors haven't gone and got themselves recertified. It's a great way to make sure that Pro Advisor status is something that actually means quite a lot. And ultimately it's about making sure the small business get the support and everything they need to be making sure that they are being looked after by true advisors. Now, if you remember last year, we did Recertification 2021, and we looked at everything basically that had been announced within around about 12 months beforehand. This year's no different. And actually this year's been a surprisingly fruitful year. I was a little bit concerned when I first got my head around the fact we were going to do Research 2022 and what content was going to be in there. But actually it's been really, really good. And some of the new features that are being talked about and touted about are definitely something to celebrate. And being then able to showcase that you are up to date with all this new fanciness that's coming within QuickBooks Online is a good thing. Now I'm going to let you into a little secret. I actually help do the recertification on behalf of Intuit. So me and a part of another team, we put together what is going to be the exam, what the course is going to be, what the handout looks like, and ultimately we put together a recertification program so that you guys looking to recert have an actual program to go with that makes sense and is actually beneficial to you. So with that being said, I thought I'd best do a video on what is recertification. Hopefully we've just covered that. Why recertification? We kind of covered that as well, but also when, and I'm also going to give you some tips on how to actually make sure you become recertified. So let's go and have a look at, first of all, how you get yourself recertified in the first place. First of all, the Pro Advisor program is only available for QuickBooks accountants users. You know you're a QuickBooks Pro Advisor user when you actually log in. Instead of seeing that dark left-hand navigation panel on the left-hand side, you get to see this much lighter, grayer panel here. You also at the top left-hand corner have what's called QB Accountant logo. So if you're seeing this when you log in, then you definitely need to consider Pro Advisor. Now, it's all under the Pro Advisor tab on the left-hand navigation panel under Benefits and Training. Remember, you're only going to see this if you see that greyish bar on the left-hand side. Once I go to training though, you'll notice that I get options to look at all of these training options. Now, currently I'm logged in with someone who isn't core certified or advanced certified. So it's actually asking me to go through and make sure that the courses are done. Now, if you haven't ever become core or advanced certified, please do. They're run by people like myself, and the whole idea of the courses is to give you confidence in using QuickBooks Online. We give you tips, tricks, everything else, and we build on that process as well. The core is obviously designed to be your basic entry level into QuickBooks Online, and then the advanced is designed to give you that confidence and give you extra bits that you need so you can really go out there and make the most out of QuickBooks Online. So if you're seeing this page here and you see that take exam there, please do go and look at the webinar solutions or the self-paced to learn the actual content, and then go and take your exam just here. When you do that, you'll be presented with a Pro Advisor badge, which you can then showcase to everyone to say that you know exactly about QuickBooks Online. If I now though switch over to someone who's already qualified, like this person just here, then you can see that they already have the certification for core, already have the certification for advanced, and the thing that they're now being told about is that they have the advanced recertification just here. Now the way certification works is that if you've got core already, you'll be invited to come and do the core recertification. But if you had an advanced certification, you're invited to do the advanced certification. Now, if you take the advanced recertification, you don't quite get everything correct, but you do enough to show that you are core certified, then all that happens is you just go down to the core certification and you can either retake the recert or retake the actual advanced certification one more time. Now you'll notice here that it's not available until the 4th of May, and we've been told around about midday on that. So as this video comes out, you've got one more day to go until you can ready to go. But if this video has been out for a while, please do go and get yourself certified as soon as possible. Now, recertification runs from the 4th of May all the way to the 30th of June. So do make sure that you get in before the 30th of June deadline. And to help you become recertified, got some really handy ways. First of all, there's loads of webinar options here to pick a webinar that suits your time frame. I've been running the first couple of webinars, but there's other team members who are going to be running as well, and they're absolutely brilliant. Going to be biased because I helped build the webinar itself and the course, but I promise you some of the stuff that's learned in there is absolutely brilliant, and you may surprise yourself on what you didn't know about QuickBooks Online. There's also a handy little self-paced option as well. You might recognize the voice. Maybe someone you recognise who's doing videos on YouTube about QuickBooks Online. So do have a look at that self-paced one as well. It's exactly the same as the webinar, so you only need to do one or the other. But actually the self-paced one quite complements that webinar quite well. If there's a section you want to go over again, or you want to see in a little, maybe a different light, then jump in that self-paced one. And I think you'll find it's a really good experience for getting to know exactly what's going on. You'll see that when you go into the self-paced area, makes it really easy to choose what section you want to go through. And again, if I press play.
Now we're going to cover navigation changes, which includes QuickBooks Assistant, custom features.
You might recognise that voice. So what's the recertification going to look like? Well, actually, I've been able to steal the agenda directly here, so let's just go through it. We look at some mobile app enhancements, where we look at basically what's changed in that mobile app. So some great features there, especially around receipt capture. We look at the business view and how your clients is going to be a whole different way that they're going to interact with QuickBooks soon. So it's definitely something to be looked at. We've done a video on it already, but we go into it in a little bit more detail here. We look at navigation changes so that you can see those subtle differences that are happening in QuickBooks. Sales and banking, and for me, the way we deal with bank transfers will change forever, and it's definitely something worthwhile looking at. We've got that period end section where we looked at books review and work papers and how that's really useful. VAT and some subtle changes, and finally we go through exactly how to complete the exam. So I highly recommend jumping into one of the webinars or again that self-paced area to get the most out of it. Once you've done the course itself, you'll be in a good position, but then you just got to think about what's happening with the exam itself. So first of all, how do you take the exam? Well, I've kind of put this together a little bit, but you'll notice there that there will be a take exam button from the 4th of May appearing on that Pro Advisor page. So all we're going to do is wait for the 4th of May, around about midday, you'll see there's an option there to take exam. I've also been told that the first 100 people who do take the exam get a nice little goodie bag as well. If it's anything like last year's goodie bag, it's highly worthwhile. Now, when you take the exam option, you're going to be given 3 different sections. The reason there's 3 sections shown on this particular one here is because we're signed in as doing the advanced recertification. If currently you're core certified, you'll only see 2 sections, you won't see that 3rd one below. Question wise, they're all going to look very similar to this. They could be true and false or multiple choice, or they could be A, B or C or D, but they're all designed to make sure that you know what's happening in the world of QuickBooks over the last year or so. And trust me, none of these questions we've designed are designed to fool you or to catch you out or anything like that. I did try and put a little harder ones in there, but they all got vetoed. So I promise you, these questions are all designed to be able to make sure that you have that confidence in what's happening in QuickBooks. The best thing about these questions as well is the best tip I can ever give you is the phrase RTFQ, which stands for read the flipping question. And I promise you, if you spend that time just reading the question and understanding it and then read those answers that go with them, you should most of the time be able to see straight away what answer we're trying to get from you and make sure that you get that correct answer. Now, another pro tip is this whole exam is all designed to be open book. I did request that every time you press that take exam button, we scramble a SWAT team and then we make sure that that person is just doing it themselves with no help whatsoever. Clearly I didn't give you lit, something about a little bit too much money. Anyway, what that does mean though is this is completely open book. So please use the fact that you can jump into QuickBooks Online at any point, go and explore the product. If you're not 100% sure on the question, then with the course, we have a handy little QuickBooks Online Recertification handbook, which really does go through some great details for you that you can be able to go and understand exactly what's going to happen within QuickBooks Online. But ultimately, don't forget that you can just jump into a QuickBooks license. If the question is asking you, what new feature have we brought into XYZ, jump into QuickBooks and find out what XYZ is talking about. Have a play around with it, and I promise you, you'll be in a good place for it. So what do you need to pass the exam? You need 80% in each of those sections. So remember those 3 sections, 2 if you're core, 3 if you're advanced. And that's pretty much it for this video. Remember, get yourself signed up to a webinar if that's your favourite way of learning, or go and watch the self-help. And don't forget to download that piece of information. Jump into QuickBooks if you have any issues whatsoever. And don't forget RTFQ, RTFQ, RTFQ. Finally, once you've done all of that, I'm pretty confident, especially if you're watching this channel and you're up to date anyway with what's happening in QuickBooks Online. So don't forget to like and subscribe because that's going to help you for Recertification 2023. I'm pretty confident that if you have liked and subscribed, you followed my advice, then this in front of us is going to be a screen that you're going to see. Congratulations, you get to keep some ProAdvisor points, which is wonderful to see, and you'll get this fancy little certified ProAdvisor portal just here. And there we have it, another video done and dusted. Don't forget, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Make sure as many people understand it. If you know anyone who's a little bit anxious about doing the recertification, send them this video over. Promise you they'll be able to go through feeling a lot more confident after that. My name's been Aaron Patrick. Good luck to each and every one of you doing your recertification 2022. And before we know it, we'll be in Recertification 2023, which is scary to think about. Let us know below any feedback, comments you've had on the course, or anything that you've felt was right or wrong with it. Tell me below what you think. I can get that fed back to the relevant people. And here's fingers crossed that 2023 will be as prosperous as 2022 in terms of how much great stuff we've had in QuickBooks Online. My name's been Aaron Patrick. As always, it's been a pleasure to do this video for you. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it's dark, I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me too. I can be a fighter if you want, yeah, I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want. Oh, the way that I feel, yeah, I know that it's real, 'cause I can get him out of my head. I don't care what we do, everything's feeling new. Even if we stay in bed, my heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. You know I want him, nah, 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 nah. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. Hello and thank you for watching that video. What you may not know is this channel that you've watched this video from is part of a wider group. That wider group is called Apple Core Production. And the 3 channels that we have involved are as follows. Aaron Patrick, the QuickBooks Chat, Boffix Tax Tip. Finally, we have Apple Core Live and Geeky. All the links and everything are down below in the description, but it really means a lot to us if you can go and give a like to the other channels as well.